You're alone. No one's coming to save you. You got to pick up yourself because no one's going to support you. What am I talking about? Stay tuned, man. Day 10. Look, I can count, Mom. Day 10 of the 40-day carnivore challenge, and I feel amazing. 284 was the scale this morning. I know, I don't obsess over the scale, but I like to weigh myself every morning. It's been something I've been doing for several years. Even on the road, I'd go to those, you know, those machines inside the bathroom and put my quarter in, and I mean, they're always about 10, 20 pounds off one direction or the other, or so I thought. But anyways, it supported some vending machine owners, kids' college fund, whatever. So today's meal was a little bit of bacon, 4 eggs, and 4 hamburgers that I cooked right here on this grill. I love this grill. I love, love, love this grill. Would I spend $500 to $1,000 on a grill? Absolutely not, but for $180, I can't go wrong on this thing. So, on social media, you ever notice, when you tell people, hey, I'm quitting sugar, or I'm quitting pasta, I'm quitting bread. You ever notice that people will rub it in your face, either in private conversation or online? Like, they know that you're struggling. They know that you're trying to do a diet, or they know that you're trying to overcome, you know, some health problems like diabetes or something. But what do? They sit there like, oh man, I'm just sitting here watching you, drinking my Mountain Dew, and check out this luscious cake that, you know, that I'm eating right now. You know, like, they're trying to put it back in your face, and they think that they're making you suffer, right? Like, they want you to go, oh man, I wish I could have that Mountain Dew. Oh, but I'm stuck drinking this water. Oh, woe is me. It's almost like they're expecting that. I mean, I can show you texts from friends that were like, hey, check out what I'm eating. You know, I know you're on this carnivore thing, or I know that you're on this keto thing, but look at what I'm having. Too bad you can't have it. What's the purpose of that? Are you an a-hole? I mean, would you do that to a crack addict? Would you like, oh, I know you just got through rehab, but check out what I'm doing, you know? I mean, maybe you would. Maybe you're that kind of person. I don't know. You see, improving yourself is well, there's a great Christian death metal band I listen to called Impending Doom, and they've got a line that says, no one in hell wants to be alone. It's a great song. It's a very angry song. I love it, right? And it's true. See, here's the thing. When people know that they're doing wrong, or they think that they're not doing wrong, they want to make you suffer. They want to tell you that you're doing wrong. They want to tell you that you're going down the wrong path. And that's probably one of the hardest things about changing your diet with the social norms, from the social norms, is that, you know what? You're now the odd person. No one wants to be around you at a party. No one wants to hang out with you. Even though if you keep to yourself or whatever, you know, people are like uncomfortable around you. They don't want to feel uncomfortable. So what do they got to do? They got to rub it in your face that they're still destroying their bodies with the food and drink that they consume. So you're going to feel ousted. You're going to feel like crap. And it's easy to get them in temptation. It's easy to go with peer pressure. Like, I mean, we all did it in the schoolyards, you know, we all gave in to peer pressure and did things that we probably shouldn't or didn't want to do. I'll give you a story. So there was a new kid in school. I was in 7th grade. There was a new kid in our school, and he was an odd duck. You know, he didn't have a whole lot of money. You could tell because he wore kind of the same clothes every day, and his mom came to pick him up, and she was kind of off a little bit, and the kids just made fun of this dude. And I remember, like, people were expecting me to make fun of this kid. Like, we were in the group of kids I was in, they were all making fun of him. They looked at me like, how come we're not making fun of him? I'm like, I made fun of his sunglasses, and the dude cried, right? And to this day, I feel bad about that, because he wasn't doing anything to me, and I wasn't doing anything to, you know, I didn't want to, you know, I gave in to peer pressure, right? And so now we've got, you know, as I've gotten older, I've got these moral compasses to go by, and, you know, and I definitely wouldn't do that today. But when I see somebody struggling with something, I'm not going to sit there and make fun of them for their struggle. I'm not going to sit there and if they're, let's say someone goes, hey, I can't eat beef because of a tick bite, and now I'm allergic to beef, which is a true thing. That really happens. I'm not going to sit there and like, oh man, check out this ribeye, oh, it's great. You know, I'm not doing that to that person, because it's disrespectful and it's hateful. And if you got friends that do that, you need a new set of friends. And one of the things that I think about is, let's say someone's opening their Mountain Dew, like, oh, look at this Mountain Dew, it's so good. And I used to be a Mountain Dew addict. I used to love Mountain Dew. A friend of mine once gave me 2 whole cases, or 1 or 2 whole cases of Mountain Dew. I was done with that in 2 weeks, and man, I gained like 20 pounds. And I put a dent in my car because it was doing something stupid. I was not a good person with that Mountain Dew, right? So I had to get off of it, right? So one of the ingredients to Mountain Dew is yellow 5. They put yellow 5 in most everything. Those Cheetos you're eating probably have yellow number 5 in it. And so I got on the interwebs, what are the side effects of yellow number 5? 0.1% have allergic reactions. They may experience hives, itching, coughing, vomiting when exposed. It may also cause angioedema, which is a swelling of the lips, tongue, throat, and neck. Inhaling yellow 5 can also cause asthma symptoms or breathing difficulties. Okay? The next one, DNA damage. In one study, yellow 5 damaged human white blood cells in every concentration tested after 3 hours of exposure, causing the cells to mutate over time. Remember the video I did about the coming stress and how I think that sometimes diet is related to how off people are? It's related to how Karens are being Karens, you know? No offense if your real name is Karen. Behavioral changes, right there, right there. Behavioral changes. Yellow 5 has been associated with behavioral changes such as irritability, restlessness, depression, and difficulty sleeping. That describes almost everybody I know. So, and in 2004, an analysis of 15 studies concluded that artificial food dyes do increase hyperactivity in children. You know, so, you know, you got, you know, Lucky Charms and Fruit Loops and Tricks. Tricks are for kids. You know, how many people remember that? And then they wonder why their kids are all spastic. It's the food. It's the food, right? And so next time someone's sitting there like, oh man, you're so missing out by not having this Mountain Dew, you can just think, well, okay, you're right, I am missing out. You're missing out on possible allergic reactions. You're missing out on possible DNA damage. You're missing out on some behavioral changes that are beyond your control. And I also heard that let me ask a question here. And here's the other effect that yellow 5 has. Yellow 5, also known as tartrazine, is a synthetic food dye that can act like estrogen in the body and may cause erectile dysfunction. Other possible health risks associated with yellow 5 include hormonal changes, mood swings, decreased sex drive, behavioral changes such as irritability, restlessness, depression, and difficulty sleeping, which we already talked about, hypersensitivity, skin irritation and sensitivity, worsening eczema symptoms. You're on a path alone. Don't let the people trying to drag you back into what you used to be bring you down. No one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And you're going to have a lot of people going against you. So, day 10 is in the books. Thanks for watching. And I know this isn't popular. I know this whole series isn't popular. And that's fine. I'm not doing this for trends. I'm not doing this for the hashtags. I'm literally doing this for myself and letting you people watch the journey. That's it. So day 10 in the books. 284 is the weight. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe. If you want to look at the other videos, these are all in a playlist. And with that being said, thank you for watching. Strength for today, hope for tomorrow. Peace.